Alright, so in this video, I'll be showing the best way to obtain leaves, to convert them to capsules in order to get the Boros, aka the best unit inside of Anime Rangers X. But before getting to the video, I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, and I am doing a 10,000 Robux giveaway if I do hit it, pretty much 1 Robux per sub. So it would mean a lot if you guys like and subscribe, and I do have a Discord link in bio, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. Alright, let's start the video by explaining how you even get Boros. In order to get Boros, you have to get these leaf currency, and with the leaf currency, you pretty much just go to the shop and you buy a bunch of these Boros capsules. And if you go to my items and go to Boros capsules, I have 1,000, and every single time you open a Boros capsule, you have a 0.0003% chance of getting Boros, but it does have a 25,000 pity. So pretty much it's almost impossible to get them without pity, unless you're just the luckiest man on earth. Well, that's how you actually get Boros. Oh, but now let's talk about leaves. I'm gonna start off with people who are kind of like mediocre or new to the game. If you're new and don't really have that good units, I would 100% just recommend doing infinite mode, because infinite mode is meant for like bad people, and it's not necessarily bad. Pretty much every single time you do a limitless mode, every like 10-ish waves you get a decent amount of leaves. So let's head in infinite mode. Also, pretty much when you're in infinite mode, you just want to use your main DPS team, because you just want to survive as long as possible. And if you look up, it is 2 out of infinite. So let me get to wave 10 real quick. Alright, I'm at wave 10. If I stop autoplay, I should be able to get a decent amount of leaves. And if you do check on the enemy's health, the enemies only have like 150k, so they're really weak. But let's wait until they hit our end, because I'm like 99% sure you get like at least 500 leaves per 10 waves. It's not as good as the other stage, because people are doing it with like 1 minute. Yeah, as you can see, we get 500 leaves for 10 waves. So every 1 minute and 41 seconds, you get 500 leaves. So it's not that bad, but it's still gonna take you like a full week if you do limitless. But let's head back to lobby. But that pretty much sums up for mediocre players. If you're mediocre, I would just spam a bunch of infinite modes. But let's move on to endgame players. Alright, so if you're an endgame player, the team that you want to use for the swarm events is a team I'm currently using. So we have Dio, we have the argument guy that you get from capsules, we have Omega, Primal, and we have Johnny and Griffith. You really want to get the slime guy from the capsule because he makes the runs 100% faster. So he's pretty much a must need for these. But if you want to complete the game within like 3 to 4-ish minutes, just make sure you have Dio and Johnny and you should be good. Alright, but let's go to units and check out their gears. So for Primal Fusion, if we go to detail all, this is pretty much all the gear you want. In this whole video, I'm not going to be using a single soul on my supports because I'm low-key broke on souls. But pretty much just want a Celestial Crown, Flamingo, Flippers, and Trident for Gogeta. And for Dio, you just want Goggles, Wings of Valkyrie, Slippers, and the Black Reaver Sword. And the best soul for Dio is a Fire Soul. I forgot to mention, but the best soul for Gogeta is a Thundering Soul. But the Slime guy, you pretty much just want Goggles, Wings of Valkyrie, Flippers, Trident, and right now I'm using Soul of Virtual. But again, his best soul is the Fire Soul. And for a Mega Dragon Lord, you want a Fluffy Focus, Flamingo, Flippers, and Trident. Pretty much anything that gives like lower cost and more HP. And his best soul is the Thundering Soul. Then Griffith, detail all, you want Goggles, Wings of Valkyrie, Flippers, and the Aerial Lace thing. And for Griffith, I would pretty much have anything that's like money related to Soul of Riches. And that's pretty much it. But for Johnny, you want pretty much the full black set. You want the Black Knight Reaver helmet, the Black Knight Reaver wings, Black Knight Reaver boots, and the Black Knight Reaver sword. Because pretty much these are all like critical and ability, and that's exactly what you want for Johnny. Because Johnny is a critical unit, and his best soul is Soul of Virtual, because as you can see, every critical unit increases the damage by 1%, cap of 100%, so this soul is a critical soul. But that's pretty much it for all the souls. Let's go to upgrades. Alright, but now for souls, let's go for Dio. Dio, you mostly just want ability cooldown. Anything else above is fine. Then this guy, you pretty much again want ability cooldown or damage, but right now I just have these two. Omega Dragon Lord, you pretty much just want like SPA and speed because he is a support. Griffith, you pretty much just want HP and speed because yet again he's a support, so you want him to be fast and have a good amount of health. And Johnny, you just want him to have a bunch of damage staff, preferably ability cooldown, but damage and cooldown is perfect for him. And that's pretty much it. Alright, but for evolved tiers, for half of this team you don't really need it, but for Primal Fusion you need Hyper. For Dio you need nothing. This guy you need nothing, and Omega Dragon Lord you need Hyper. Then Griffith you need nothing. Then for Fingernail Saint you want Ultra. Oh, but pretty much for stats you just want full O. And the units I would focus on is Dio and the Slime guy and Johnny. And I would focus getting O+ on damage, health, and range. Speed and cooldown you just keep O. Same thing with Dio and same thing with the Slime guy. And don't be worried about using your stat boosters because you get so much with this event. So if you have a bunch of stat boosters, I'd 100% recommend using them on these 3 units because you'll probably just get them all back once you do the events. Alright, but let's head into swarm events. Alright, so in the game, you obviously want to use 3x speed, and you do want to have autoplay on, and the upgrades, but the units you want to upgrade is Dio, the Slime guy, Omega Dragon Lord, as well as Johnny, because those are pretty much all the damage dealers. And I would say this game mode is the best way to get leaves, because even I don't even have the best team and I still get like around like 600,000 leaves a night. And I see people complete this within like 40 seconds to a minute. And pretty much the only hard thing about this event is killing this 2.5 billion boss. But if you have all these units, you should be able to complete the game within like 2 minutes. So let me do a little time lapse to when I complete it. Alright, so I just beat this within exactly 2 minutes, and keep in mind, I almost have like no souls on my units besides Johnny. But if we do some math, if you complete it every 2 minutes and you get 1.5k leaves, you should be able to get guaranteed Boros within 3 to 4 days. But if you have the Soul of Fire and Thundering Soul, you should be able to get the unit within like 2 days of AFKing. But let's head back to lobby. Alright, but let's say you're manually here and you want to grind some leaves. Another way to get some leaves is going to the missions and actually completing all of these. Because as you can see, if you complete one unit, you get 30,000 leaves. So if you get Phaeton or the guy from Bunny Girl Senpai and just complete the quest, you get a free like 200 capsules. So if you're really desperate for Boros, I would just do these if you're here. Before I end the video, if we go to my inventory, I do have 1,000 Boros capsules. And who knows, I might get Boros, but I don't want to use all 1,000. I want to start off by doing only like probably like 300. Let's just do like exactly 300. Let's click use. Did I get anyone? I got Phaeton, a Speedster, another Phaeton, another guy, Phaeton, Rascal, stat, like a 48 stat boosters, 7 soul fragments, 335 rerolls, and look at all the rewards you get. It's insane. Alright, but let's open the rest of my Boros capsules, all 710 to see what we get. Let's open. So we got a bunch of stat boosters, soul fragments, 1k rerolls, 600,000 gold, and that's all we got. So that's pretty much proof that it's almost impossible to get Boros without hitting pity. But you do get an insane amount of soul fragments. As you can see, I have 17 now. I'll try to get the Soul of Fire while I'm here. No, come on, give me soul. Okay, Soul of Chance is not that bad. Soul fragments last to 1, and I didn't get anything. Alright, now for the pay to win side. Alright, but the first thing I would personally get with Robux is the battle pass. You get so much free stuff from this. Look at all the leaves, the rerolls. I'm pretty sure you get soul fragments from this as well. Let's look at tier 20, bro. You get like almost 20,000 leaves, and look at tier 25, you get 10 soul fragments. Oh, this is really good. 37,000 leaves, 45,000 leaves, 60,000 leaves. This keeps going. 75,000 leaves, 10 soul fragments, and exclusive capsule. I'm pretty sure the exclusive capsule gives you a guaranteed unit. And Boros is a 2.5% drop from exclusive capsule. So if you do get this, it is worth it. But if you do have 600 Robux to spare, I would 100% buy this battle pass. I personally think this battle pass is better than the actual like battle pass itself. This battle pass will help you so much to events. You probably get like 100,000 plus leaves just from this one battle pass. And if you are to pay to win, you can just skip all the way to level 50 if you really wanted to. But that's it for the battle passes. Another way you can get capsules and leaves is the store. The store where you can use Robux in order to get these bundles with 150 capsules and 9 guaranteed unit capsules. Yet again, it's a 2.5% to get Boros with the guaranteed unit capsules. So technically, if you do buy this, you have around like a 20% chance to get Boros. And I'm gonna be honest, this bundle is honestly really worth it. You get 50 soul fragments, 150,000 gems, and the capsules and the guaranteed units. I would say the rerolls and the capsules are worth it, but everything else is. But yet again, I would only buy this bundle if you have spare 8,000 Robux. And this second bundle is honestly not worth it at all. You only get 20 soul fragments and 50 new capsules, and the capsules you could probably get within like 10 minutes. So you're pretty much spending 2.5k Robux for like 10 minutes of your life. And all these other bundles are low-key just really bad. I would not buy any of these. Alright, but let's move on. What's the best things for Boros? The best trait for Boros is the Sovereign trait, because he is only one placement because, you know, he is a ranger. But the best evolved tier is hyper tier for Boros according to the tier list. So pretty much for Boros, he's still on Sovereign and hyper and some pretty good overall gear on him. But I am really hoping every single one of you guys watching this video does get Boros eventually and gets a little bit of luck, because who doesn't want a little bit of luck in their life? Alright, that's pretty much gonna be the end of the video, because I pretty much explained every single way you can get leaves or capsules. So if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, peace out.